But when the magic hour from midnight to dawn.
Let me introduce my cat. She slunk in one day and stayed. I tried to find the owner, but there was no response to my note prominently displayed on a notice board at the village shops. Half of me hoped that there was no owner, and the other half tried very hard to ignore her, pretending she does not exist, telling her to leave. To show her I mean what I'm saying, I took her to the local vet shop. A kind man Harry is. He always finds a good home for stray dogs and cats. He said to me, "She's a calico cat, a female, and do you know that the majority of calico cats are females? She is a beautiful, very young, and if you really don't want her, I will keep her myself." A tangible, awkward moment of silence could be felt in the shop. I had to make a decision now or never. "Well," I said, and before I could finish my sentence, he continued, "She is an extraordinary cat, a unique, elegant feline. You will not regret it keeping her. She will reward you endlessly." He spoke so convincingly. To this day, I don't know if Harry used a very clever approach of reverse psychology or he meant what he was saying, but it worked. "I'm keeping her," I said with a noticeable tinge of doubt in my voice, "and I don't even like cats. This is just between you and me." I was given a packet of biscuits thoughtfully chosen from a selection displayed on the shelf. I thanked him for his kindness and left the shop. "Call me if you need me, or I shall call you if the owner turns up," he waved, smiling politely. I hurried home with the cat tucked in the basket, looking at me with her odd eyes, one blue and the other one green, sniffing the air with the damp nose as to say, "I am staying. I've found a home at last." So she came home, and now I have to learn to live with a cat. More appropriately, we have to learn to live with each other. I never had a cat. Even as a child, cats and dogs were not part of our household. We lived in apartments, and although Felix, the cat next door, came to visit, he vanished soon, never to be seen again. Now, I have a cat that for some unknown reason has chosen me to live with. I am set in my ways. My life is orderly, and I struggle for days on end, not knowing what to do. Surely she likes water in her bowl to be fresh, I told myself. I thought, biscuits in the milk are nice to eat, but when I gave her an expensive cat food I bought in the local supermarket, she turned her nose up in disgust. The cat irritates me, and in frustration I drink more coffee. Let me tell you what she does. She purrs a lot, a new noise in the house. She rubs herself against my legs, a new experience for me, and I'm not too sure if I like it. I had to add an extra note on the fridge, a reminder to buy some liver next time I'm at the butcher shop. She's very affectionate, too affectionate, I complained to the neighbor over the fence. She licks herself all the time with occasional sneeze that makes me hold my breath. She yawns, and that makes me yawn. She sleeps a lot during the day and she ignores the occasional visit from a garden mouse but lets him know that she is now in residence and here to stay. In time, I learn her needs are few: some dry biscuits, a bowl of milk, and a bowl of water on the floor in the laundry, and one in the garden under the orange tree. She loves the garden and quickly establishes her boundaries. The garden residents accept her and her rules without a question. I notice her regular visits to the barn. A morning ritual includes a quick rub against an old tree. She loves the tall grasses, where at times she snoozes stretched out on her back with all four legs up in the air. She befriends the wind that visits my garden regularly, and she has manners when indoors, and I'm getting used to her being around. God forbid. She loves to nest in my chair, and I also love to take refuge in my chair full of scattered cushions gathered on my travels. She knows the chair is mine, so she retreats for a brief moment when she senses that I want to sit in it. Then, ever so lightly, jumps up onto my lap. Her next move is to shift from my lap onto my shoulder. I react badly. I am still not used to sharing the same breathing space with a cat. I'm not happy about her tail flicking the end of my nose. I am in a state of shock. But when she starts to purr, to my astonishment in time, my resentment slowly diminishes. She sniffs the air with her damp nose as to say, "This is my home now, and I have no regrets. I chose well." My life has changed somewhat since the cat moved in. She keeps me company. She is always there in the right spot at the right time. And as hours merge into stillness of the night, I wonder if I am sane. I am tired. My bones ache. I am an artist and I paint with passion. I paint till midnight without a break. I brew a pot of jasmine tea. I choose a homemade honey biscuit as a treat. And with my heavy eyelids closing, I struggle to stay awake. The sleep-induced dream washes over my tired body. Last thing I remember is cat's purr hypnotizing me into the even deeper slumber. I think I heard the clock chime 12 times, and for some strange reason I think I see the cat leaving through the cat door in the laundry into the night. I promised myself that next time I see her disappearing into the back garden, I shall follow. And one night I do. I step into the garden following the cat gingerly. I step into a warm night, and what I see renders me speechless. The cat leads me into the night world inspired by the awakened thoughts and visions stored in the subconscious mind. I am sure I am under the spell where my imagination bursts into choreographed, by my cat, dreamlike images, brilliant colors and shapes I have never seen before, where weird and wonderful is accepted as norm and no questions are asked. If suddenly you see a fish fly through the sky, where dewdrops shimmer, reflecting prismatic shards of light, sparkling in their nakedness, where the scent of orange blossoms opiate the mind, where crickets sing in harmony and frogs pay homage to the moon above, where impossible is possible and where nothing Nothing seems to be out of place. Do I dare awake and face reality? The visits to my garden with a cat in tow, between the magic hours from midnight to dawn, are full of unbelievable, fascinating moments. But the chaotic madness I see has a superbly tuned sense of order. I can't wait to pick up a brush and start a new canvas, randomly pouring chosen colours of a rainbow I see at times arching in the sky. I can't wait to open my tubes and jars of brilliant pigments, to apply first brushstroke suggestive of a conception taking place. My imagination is at work, guarded by my cat's narrative. The beginning of a creative journey has begun. Cat needs are few, but rewards I accept in return are intrinsic to the work I do. Naive expressionism is the name I like to use, and she, cat, has a name, Calico, and she's here to stay, the wise cat with odd eyes, one blue and the other one green.